This video is brought to you by Groons. More about them later in the episode.
Oh my gosh.
This is a jungle back here. This is a mess back here.
Y'all, this is the creepiest house we've ever flipped.
This is a full gut job. We are taking it down to the studs and you're not gonna believe how this thing turns out. Stick around.
How did we ever get into this mess?
I'm Lincoln.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are happily married.
But not to each other.
We started out as college buddies, graduated into business partners and content creators.
And now we've launched our company Homemade, where we help other people fulfill their dream of flipping houses and executing on beautiful home transformations.
And you're in luck because you get to watch this full home transformation from start to finish.
Okay, well, yikes.
So let's take it all in. Look at this thing.
I'm afraid to even go inside, just based on the exterior.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to look at this thing. You know, they say it's all about curb appeal. This is more like curb appall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got brick walls falling down. You've got, what is this? This is a sheet for your garage door?
Okay. Yeah, the tree situation out here. You got a gigantic limb that's just crashed into your front yard. You got trees brushing up against the side of your house. It looks like a tornado came through here or something.
Not to even mention, you've got like puke yellow for your siding trim color, and that's like number 25 of the things I would change about the exterior of this house.
Yeah, wow. I mean, look at the wear and tear on this place. The roof, the siding. I mean, look, check out this brick wall. This thing goes on a journey. Look at the curvature of this thing.
Yeah, it definitely sets the tone of the house. And normally I'm not a fan of like putting my recyclables and trash can front and center, but kind of hides the wall a little bit.
This is the definition of worst house on the best street, because this is a really nice neighborhood. Our neighbors are gonna love us when this thing is done because goodness, it is it's hard to look at.
It's gonna take some work though.
I guess, you wanna get inside this thing?
Not really.
We're gonna have to do it. Okay, before we get in there, let's talk about the numbers first. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house built in 1963. It's 1,515 square feet, and it was purchased by our clients Eugene and Maya for $270,000. Our renovation budget for the project is $220,000.
So our homemade clients on this house are Eugene and Maya. They're actually international and they were looking for exposure to the Austin market, and we're looking to team up with somebody to flip this house, so enter us. Okay, I'm going in.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Okay.
All right,
Oh my God.
you got this, Lauren. Have fun. I'll see you.
I don't think we've done a house this creepy in quite a while. This one is gonna be a doozy.
It certainly makes a first impression.
This is cringy.
Wow. We are shooting this thing in night mode because there's no electricity at the house currently. Where do we even begin?
I don't know. There's so many things drawing my attention. Starting with the positive.
Oh yeah, start on a high
Start with
note.
the positive.
What's that?
This fireplace is awesome.
Okay. Actually, you're not wrong. I think this thing is pretty funky. It's definitely a highlight. It's like right when you walk in, just
Right
hanging
in your
here.
face. One thing I really love and want to incorporate in the design plan for this one is that fireplace. It is so cool, it's so retro, and it's so old. It's in again. I don't love the location of it, so we're gonna do a little tweaking and see where we can move it. It doesn't look like it's in working condition currently.
I don't think so. It's covered up by a leaf blower.
Some rugs.
You got a dolly, furniture. We can barely tour this thing because it's there's a lot going on here. I don't think we can get too much further into this room for all the junk, but this is your sitting parlor?
Sitting parlor. But wait, there's more.
There's more. Let's
There's
keep
more.
going.
Let's keep it moving. Okay, so I'm not gonna go much further into this room either. Good night.
Come
It's
on.
crowded.
Get on in there. Look, you got
After you.
tools.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind on cassette or on VHS. Wow. Do you think this is original?
I think everything has got to go from a stuff and flipping standpoint.
I mean, look at this place. You've got water spots on the ceilings. Definitely gonna have to redo the drywall in here.
I'm glad there's no electricity because it looks like it would not be safe anyway.
It would not be safe. You've got this sort of like prison bar pass through into your front sitting parlor. That's something.
It's where you keep the bed bug and flea stuff.
Okay, so this is your living room, I'm assuming. You can only assume. You can only make an educated guess in here.
Yeah, you are open to the kitchen, so I do think maybe we need to rearrange some of these walls, make it a big open concept. This could possibly be your dining space. So we're definitely gonna need to make some adjustments to the layout on this one, and I'm really glad we had the Matterport scan to try and work that out, because in real life, I didn't even wanna step into some of these rooms.
Let's talk about this kitchen, because what am I looking at here?
Okay, so this kitchen's pretty tight.
You can barely get in here. You got a fridge shoved out here. I can't even really get back up in here.
Looks like there's definitely room for improvement. Wallpaper's kind of cool, kind of groovy.
I'm loving it. Okay, access to your garage, so something to work with here. It's not much of a kitchen. It's pretty tiny, but it's at least connected to your living.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna need to move some walls.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your dining space.
Yes, this is interesting.
Moving into the dining room, I love this cooler full of books.
Cooler full of books. That's
Don't
one
see
use
that
for it.
every day.
And you've got a water cooler in the corner if you want to sit around.
Yeah,
and
I mean, this is kind of a nice space, to be honest, like a little tucked away here.
it's a space. You've got a massive crack, like you can just see the house is sort of pulling itself apart. It's really wild.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go down to the studs on this one.
Sometimes we get comments about like why these houses don't go to families. These houses are not livable sometimes, and they're not financeable by a bank. We're bringing these things back to life. This thing would otherwise be a straight up tear down if we didn't come along and
Totally,
save
and I
it.
think we're gonna get close. Yeah, this house is hazardous, to be honest. Like if you take a look in what used to be the porch, we're not even going over there because the roof is not stable. It's collapsed in on itself.
So this back patio was an unpermitted addition. They covered it up, but it just really wasn't built to last. This thing is falling down. It's not even safe to walk back there. We're gonna have to take that thing off ASAP. The roof is fully caving in over here.
I think if you took that pitchfork and
Poked it a few times. Yeah, wow. This is a mess back here.
all right, let's check out the bedrooms because I'm ready to get out of this place. All right, after you.
Sure. Oh man, this is dungeness. Wow, we've got a bathroom down this hall. It is mold city in here. It's a complete infestation. It's disgusting. And that is distracting you from the fact that this is a terrible layout.
Yeah, this bathroom is really gross. Definitely water damage in here, tons of mold, and just looking at that toilet straight on, I don't know. This whole bathroom's weirding me out.
Yeah, needless to say, this is a total gut job, obviously. I assume more fun things await there. And then back here, it looks like you've got your bedrooms down this hallway. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is like the nicest room in the house. Looky here.
It's downright comfortable.
Yeah, you got some nice carpet in here.
Normally, I don't like the carpet, but it gives a cozy feel.
You got some window treatments in here, some light reading. I could really see myself in this room. Here at the end of the hall, you've got, oh, an empty room. Wow, there's barely anything in here.
I mean, I feel like I would have stored all my shit in here, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room. It's actually a nice sized room. You can kind of start to see its true potential once there's not just crap everywhere.
Yeah, and I can see a lot of cracks too.
We have got our work cut out for us on the foundation.
Yikes.
All right, I want to talk about this primary suite because it's something. Wow, another caved in ceiling in here.
Oh my God.
Should I go in? This room is crazy. I can't even go in here. It's just not safe because of the roof that's caving in, but it's a decent enough sized space. It's a pretty small bathroom back here. You got a wall unit for your HVAC because I'm guessing the central air is not working in here. Definitely got a leak coming down through the roof. Wow, this is gonna be some work in here.
This is up there with some of the craziest ones we've done. We've done some crazy ones. This is right up there.
This is up there. Yeah, this thing is a full gut job because just so many things are broken and damaged on it. It needs all new wiring, it needs new plumbing, it needs a new roof. The sheetrock is moldy and falling down. There's just not much that we can salvage beyond some of the framing and maybe a little of the brickwork out here.
It just needs a new start. A do-over. A Control-Alt-Delete. So let's take a peek in the backyard. I've heard there's a car back there.
Hey, well, normally we'd go through the back door to get to the backyard, but not an option.
I feel like I'm walking through a jungle.
Did you ever watch The Walking Dead? This is a jungle back here.
God, there's your car.
Well, yep, there's the car. That's gonna be an issue getting that thing out.
Okay, well, the junk continues back here.
It just never ends. It's like it's spilling out of the bowels of the house.
Like an antique shop.
Yeah.
Just rusted stuff.
We need to get American pickers out here.
Come on down to the rust store.
Oh, watch your step back
Oh
here.
my-
You just don't even know.
I don't know. All right, speaking of rusty,
Full rust bucket here.
we got ourselves a car.
How did they even get it back here is what I want to know.
I think the grass was much shorter when it came back here.
It's been here so long, it's like the vegetation is growing
Taking
up and around
over.
it.
Wow. Okay, this is an issue though, because we've run into this before.
So to get rid of this car, the towing company won't tow it unless we have the title to this thing. So we're gonna have to work with the previous owners so that we can get that thing out of the yard.
Okay, so we've got to work on getting this car out of here before we get started on all this.
Okay, well, you go call a tow truck. I gotta get back to the office.
Yikes. Okay, let's be real for a second. Is anyone else feeling completely overwhelmed with all the supplements out there?
Oh yeah, no, I am. You got vitamins, those green powders, you got probiotics. This is like a full-time job just to get your nutrition in here.
And half the time, I don't even know if they're working.
Yeah, totally. That's why I was really excited when I found the sponsor of today's video, Groons.
Groon's gummies are kind of like having a snack that happen to be packed with over 20 vitamins, over 60 whole foods, and 6 times the gut support compared to those green powders.
Yeah, and those generic multivitamins only have like 7 to 9 vitamins in them. The thing that stood out to me about Groons is that it's more comprehensive and more accurately dosed than my current nutrition solution.
And exciting news, Groon's just rebranded. But don't worry, formula you love is still the same. The packaging is just as fun as the gummies taste, and they taste like candy.
Heck yeah, they do. Just 8 gummies a day, and then no more choking down powders or popping a million pills here. But Groons, you're getting everything. You're getting energy, you're getting gut health, you're getting immunity, even some skin benefits here.
And let me tell you, my gut has never been happier. It's been a total game changer.
You had an angry gut.
So if you're feeling overwhelmed with your supplement routine, simplify it with Groons. Gut health, beauty, energy, it's all in here. And it's actually fun.
No, seriously, you'll look forward to taking these every day.
And get up to 45% off. Click the link in our description to try Groons today.
Thanks again to Groons for sponsoring this video.
Back out of the house, lots of work is happening today. It's cold, I'm cold.
You're bundled up here. You got the beanie
Freezing.
on. Our crews are working in the cold. It gets cold in Texas. It's in the 30s today. They are working hard, and a lot is happening here at the house. Come check this out.
Okay, first things first, out here we got rid of that brick wall so you can see the house now.
Yeah, there's a lot that was obstructing the view of this house. We got rid of all of this vegetation that was overgrown, mostly because we needed access to the house. We are starting with the foundation work here outside. That is some of the hardest, most labor-intensive work. You got to dig holes to really get up under there. We're also going to have to be removing drain lines from the house eventually. And inside, a lot of demo work is happening.
Okay, so not much is left here. As you can see, we started to open up walls. Now we do have this awesome fireplace that I love. I mean, this is authentic.
It's the one keeper in this whole place. Basically, everything else is gone, including this wall soon to be gone. So this was your sort of sitting parlor area into like living room, kitchen. We got to open this thing up.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up this space, and because of that, we are gonna need to relocate the fireplace to our new study area. But good news is we are redoing the roof, so that is actually kind of an easy swap.
Exactly. We've got new decking up there. They've got the underlayment going. Now we are getting our framers out here because we did find a little bit of termite damage. Come see this. All right, so we luckily don't have active termites, but you can tell some years ago they really got in here and chewed up some of this framing on this exterior wall. So not too much damage, but we are gonna have to swap out these beams to make sure this thing's structurally sound.
Yep, and we will obviously do termite remediation before we close everything up, but I'm glad we found it and it was isolated to this area. Let's talk about some fun things. Let's talk about the kitchen layout.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of real estate to work with on this kitchen, so we're gonna steal some of the space from the garage and try and beef it up as much as we can.
So this kitchen was quite petite before. You were kind of crammed back here in this space. It was like, I guess a galley, I don't know. It was very congested. So we are opening up this wall. We are gonna have access to the living space. And then we are gonna have like a nice island in here. And we're actually moving the dining space over here. We've got a light fixture that's gonna come in here. So it really will be more of like an eat-in dining kitchen situation. We have converted this enclosed patio into more of a study.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You're gonna have your little sitting study parlor back here. We're gonna relocate that fireplace back there.
It's gonna be nice and cozy. cozy with access to your backyard.
Yeah, speaking of that backyard, we just got to poke our heads out there because that thing is looking very different.
Couldn't even get back here before because of the sunken ceiling. All right, so moving out here, this is gonna be a lot better once we get these slabs taken out.
Yeah, these things are really no good. They're busted up, they've been laid in pieces, and they're just cracking everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and rip these out the same way we ripped out all of the overgrown vegetation and the cars and the workout equipment and the roof that was over your head right here that was basically caving in.
It's hardly recognizable.
Yeah, we can actually walk, we can frolic. You got room back here finally.
You know what, the next time we're here, it will look even different. We've got roofing to do. We've got some more foundation and plumbing we need to run out to the street. Okay, so now the real work starts. We gotta flip this thing. We're gonna get our construction team started on the permitting process, and I'm gonna throw a few designs together for our clients, see which one they're feeling.
Yeah, we're gonna need a full residential remodel permit on this thing. We're gonna have to draw out plans, have a set of engineering drawings done. This thing is gonna take some doing. Yeah, we got a ways to go before we can get to the pretty cosmetics of this thing. We gotta make sure our foundation's secure, the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, the HVAC, all of that stuff behind the walls before we can start building this thing back up.
You're making me tired.
Yeah, I know. Let's get to work though.
All right, so now that we have the house down to the studs and all those walls opened up, let me walk you through the design plan for this one because it's really fun, mid-century modern, and I'm excited to execute on this one. So right off the bat, when you walk into the house, you'll notice that that wall is gone, and we've also moved the fireplace. Don't worry, it's still around. I'll show you it in just a minute. But what I love about opening up this wall space is it really creates a nice living area right at the front of the home. We are gonna run new engineered hardwood floors throughout this project, which I think will give it a really nice feel. The kitchen has been opened up. It's still not huge, but it's much more functional than it was before. So in the kitchen, we have some really fun things planned, including the kitchen backsplash tile. Let me show it to you guys. I really love this. It's like a pencil tile, horizontal stack pattern, has a really nice mid-century feel, but also modern, so it doesn't feel like a total throwback, but has just a nod to that mid-century vibe we're going for. We are gonna keep with white cabinetry here. It's more cost-effective than some other options we were looking at. Nice white quartz countertops as well. Just a simple, clean, modern, updated kitchen, along with our matte black pools and plumbing fixtures. So let's talk about the dining room in this one. Opening up this layout really makes the dining room feel a part of both the kitchen and the living space. We also are adding this really fun Sputnik chandelier, again with that mid-century vibe. So moving over to the family room, look, we found the fireplace. So this is where we actually moved the fireplace, and it worked out really well because we were redoing the roof on this house, so we could just re-vent it to the exterior once we moved it. We will have access to the outdoors from this space, and I think this is just a nice bonus living area. So let's move on over to the bedrooms. Keeping it very simple in these bedrooms, we do have 2 extra bedrooms in this house. Fresh paint, fresh floors, new fan, kind of the usual play. Okay, so let's move over to the hall bath. So in this hall bath, we're gonna keep the layout the same, but we are gonna update the cosmetics. We've got this really fun tile plan for in there. I think it's a really nice, cool, concrete look, but quite affordable. We're also gonna do a really fun tile on the shower. We'll use this in both the hall bath and the primary bath for consistency. In the hall bath, we're gonna run it in a horizontal stack, mimicking the backsplash in the kitchen. All right, so let's head over to the primary suite. Again, keeping it very simple in this room. And let's check out the primary bath. We didn't show it to you before because, quite frankly, it was really gross and you didn't need to see that on the internet. But what we have planned is gonna be really beautiful. Again, we're using the same tile that we used in the hall bath, really pretty shimmery green color. On the floor in the shower, we've got this mosaic, which is squares, gray squares, which I think is gonna look really modern and cool. Nice glass door. Again, similar cabinetry to the rest of the house. We've got the white shaker with the white quartz, black fixtures, and then some of these fun globe lights. So I think it's just gonna be a nice, fun, nod to mid-century, but definitely a modern makeover, and I can't wait to get started. Okay, wow, this looks a lot different than last time we were here.
I feel like this is the big reveal already. This is a whole new house. We've got a brand new roof up there.
Yep, fresh paint on the exterior, brand new sidewalk.
Yeah, we got new windows, new front door, new garage doors. We are starting from the outside in, and it looks really good.
Basically a whole new house.
We've also gotten rid of all of the foliage. We had shrubberies galore we had to rip out. So you can actually see the house now properly.
The house always looks better when you can see it.
It looks great. Fixed up the siding that was out here that was all damaged. It looks fabulous. And around the back, we got new fencing and new stuff happening there as well.
Let's go check it out. Okay, all new siding as well, which looks so fresh.
Yeah, this is basically as close to a brand new house as you're ever gonna come because It's got a new coat of skin, it's got a new haircut, it's got everything fresh on here. Out here in the backyard, this is a huge transformation already. We busted up the slab that was here that was just disintegrating and looked terrible, and now you've got a nice big open backyard.
Yep, plenty of room to work with. Obviously need to do some landscaping, but we do have that nice privacy fence, which really adds a lot.
Looks great. So we did have cast iron plumbing on the original house. That stuff typically has a lifespan of 50 to sometimes 100 years, but ours had been fully corroded. It had to go, unfortunately, and we had to swap it out for this nice new PVC line. So you can actually see this all get covered with dirt, but we've trenched out to connect it to the sewer at the front of the house. So I think it looks great. We just got to get a little dirt on top of it, get concrete poured on top of it on the inside, and then we can start buttoning this thing up.
Yeah, well, good news, our interior remodel permit just got approved, so we are good to start inside.
Well, let's go from outside to inside because it's getting hot out here.
Let's do it.
Okay, wow, check this place out. A lot different. Lance, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good to see you. Lance is our PM on the project. Man, this thing is looking a little different than last time. Get some sheetrock up and man, what a world of difference, yeah.
Yeah, we're flying by right now. We got sheetrock and baseboard, trim and doors. So you can see we got cabinets, we got countertops going in here within the next day or so. You want to take a look at the kitchen?
Yeah, it's just looking great. As you guys know, we're extending the kitchen. We've opened up from our original sort of living into the kitchen. I love the way the peninsula is taking shape here. It looks like we'll have our little cooking station over there, room for our fridge and our sink over here, dishwasher. This is good stuff. The classic white shaker.
Oh yeah, looks good.
We're all wired up to get our can lights put in around. I think it's gonna make a big difference for getting this place lit up a little bit more.
Oh yeah, adding a lot more lighting in the house would look good.
Yeah, walk me through. I know you were mentioning before it came out some issues in this back primary bathroom. You wanna go check that out?
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Coming into the primary, and then here's the primary bathroom here.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze. So that's one of the things of these older homes is we really don't have a ton of space to work with in this primary bathroom. What we got going on here?
So Lincoln, one thing we did do was this door is we flipped the swing of it before it was flipping in. So it would have been flipping into me right here.
Yeah.
Giving us a little bit extra 2 inches. Looking at the commode here and the bathroom vanity, per code you have to have about 15.5 inches. And we're gonna have to shrink up the cabinet just a hair or two.
Yes, it's always great to walk the project in person with your project managers. Make sure you guys are on the same page. They always have great tips that they're pointing out and bringing from their experience, and you wanna make sure you get that scope of work exactly right and you work through any issues like this bathroom placement in the primary.
Our hall bathroom's a little bit bigger. We got more to work with, but it's got to service both these other bedrooms plus the living area as well. So we got to make every inch in this bathroom count.
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and start working on getting a cabinet in here.
Hell yeah. Cool. Other thing I want to take a look at is this back addition. We're transplanting the fireplace back there. We've got some issues, so let's go peek our heads there, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so this back part of the house was an addition, and they didn't do the best job when they actually added this on. I think this is going to turn into a great little second living area, probably like an office nook, and I love that we're salvaging this funky old fireplace. That's gonna look really cool, but I mean, I can tell right now, walking from one slab to the other, we're not perfectly level here.
Yeah, as you can see on this side, it's kind of gradually going down this way, and then we do have this gap here. Talking to the wood guys, we're gonna float it out, make it level on both sides, fill in this, and we're gonna have an even transition going from room to room.
Yeah, I think that'll help a ton to make this feel less disjointed. If we can smooth out the surfaces with that self-leveling and make it feel like it's one cohesive space, like this addition was meant to be here, I think that'll go a long way. Awesome, man. Well, we're rocking and rolling. Finally got the permits, and this place is like a whole different house now. I guess countertops coming in today, then backsplash, getting the electrical topped out, some tile on these walls.
Yeah, we're doing all that this week. And then after that, we'll be going for electrical, like you're saying, AC, and plumbing set out as well.
Yeah, well, let's get to it, man. Appreciate you.
Good seeing you.
amazing to me to look back and see how far these houses have come.
If you guys are new here, we created our own company called Homemade. Go check out homemade.co. We're working with first-time investors to flip their house. We're helping them find it, finance it, and renovate it for them.
Or if your house is in need of a little TLC like this one, we can work with you to renovate your home personally. We'll provide you with a 3D render, we'll provide you with design selections and general contracting services.
We'd love to give your home a makeover. So go check out homemade.co to learn more.
Okay, so enough plugging our company. Let's give the people what they want. The big reveal coming now.
The time has come in 3, 2, 1.
What a dramatic transformation.
This is probably one of the most dramatic we've ever seen.
First of all, we can see it.
Yeah, that's true. We can see it. You got rid of that jungle and this big imposing wall.
Yes, definitely. This is a whole new exterior. We kept the brick, but we painted it. New roof, new windows, new landscaping, new mailbox.
This felt more like the blueprint of what the house should be because we had to swap out everything, basically one for one, and build almost a brand new house.
Well, I think it looks a lot better on the exterior, including all this grass.
Yeah, we put new grass in the front yard. We're getting it water we wanted to take, and man, I'm so excited. This is part of our core mission, is giving homes a new and inspiring future for folks to live in, really bringing homes back to life. These are my favorite ones that we do. I've talked to a lot of the neighbors in the surrounding area. They are so excited that this house is coming back to life.
Yeah, this was an eyesore for sure before, and that was even before you got inside. Remember how spooky it was?
Yeah, it was crazy. And as much of a transformation as this exterior was, this interior is even more impressive.
Well, let's go show the people.
Let's go.
Wow.
Dang, look at this place.
I wouldn't even walk in before. Remember it? It was so spooky, so dark.
It was a little hazardous to your health. It was a walking hazard. There was just stuff strewn all about, and wow.
Yeah, big dramatic change. We opened up this space. If you'll remember before, there was a wall and a fireplace here, but more about that later.
Yeah, you've got this nice, bright, open living room, a lot of natural light coming in, nice front door. Space is unrecognizable, and yeah, opening it up makes it so much more functional and usable and like a modern home.
Yep, I love that we have the dedicated dining space right here. It feels like it's a part of the living space, but it's kind of a distinguished space unto itself.
Yeah, this is great. This is what a modern buyer is looking for. You don't waste a whole room at the front of your house for a dining or living space. It all flows nicely together here.
Speaking of flowing, let's flow into the kitchen because I love that we opened up this space to the rest of the house.
Yeah, this is a great space. So we extended this little island out here into the living area, so you got a lot more prep space.
It's more of a peninsula. Hate to bring you back to geography, but this is not an island.
Well, if we pinched a little, it'd be like an isthmus there, you know? It is a peninsula, not an island, but it feels very island-esque.
It serves the same purpose as an island, I'll give you that. You could easily pull up some bar seating over here. It gives you a lot of prep space, but you're also like not trapped in the kitchen. You can talk to your guests in the living room.
You've got your nice little triangle here to work from the stove to the fridge, the sink and dishwasher. It all works, it all flows. And then you've got easy access to your little pantry, washer dryer room right up here, your kitchen space and garage.
Totally, I love kind of the movement within the countertops here. We went with some bold veining. I think it looks really cool, along with the pencil tile for the backsplash in a horizontal stack. It just kind of gives it that little bit of a mid-century modern nod.
Kitchen looks great. Let's go see this little bonus room, because that was probably the scariest area in the whole house.
Okay, well, let's talk about this bonus space because I don't even think we went in this room the first time.
Yeah, this was like a Frankenstein space. It's unclear what it was, and it certainly was not safe to occupy. You had a full-on roof caved in over here. This space was barely usable. However, we've properly attached to the house, enclosed it, reoriented the exterior entrance to this back wall instead of the side wall. And look, it's your favorite.
Yes, we had to keep the fireplace. Love when we can keep elements from the original house, and we frankly didn't want to hear about it in the comments if we get rid of this thing, but we repurposed it over here. I love that we reoriented this space so that now when you walk in that front door, you can see all the way straight to your backyard, which is looking pretty nice and car-free.
Yeah, there's no automobiles in your backyard anymore. Huge value add. Buyers are looking for that, a car-free backyard, and we deliver every time.
If there's gonna be a car, it should come with a title.
Shigong. And now this is a great space. It's still connected to the front of your house, but it could be an awesome little bonus space for workout, a little work from home, office situation. Let your imagination go wild in this space, people.
Yeah, this is a great space. Speaking of great spaces, let's go check out those bedrooms.
Yes.
Okay, so nice bright space in here. Love that you have light from two sides, fresh paint, ran our LVP throughout the house. I think it's nice.
These look good. They're smaller bedrooms, it's an older home, but you still got enough space. You've got a walk-in closet on the side here. So I think this works plenty well for, you know, a kid, a guest room. This is a nice, clean space.
Clean fan, check out that fan. It's a good looking fan.
That's a good looking fan.
And doors, solid core doors. You know, we're all about the quality.
Yeah, I love the trim package. And these two bedrooms are served together by this hall bathroom, which turned out really nice.
So the nice thing about this hall bath is it's actually pretty close to your living space. Serves as a powder room as well.
Yeah, it's an efficient use of space. We reoriented where the toilet was, obviously new vanities and lights. This thing was riddled with mold, fully disgusting in here.
Now it's fresh and clean. We've got our green with envy shower.
Oh yeah, look at that shower surround. That's like the Emerald City. This is
yeah.
Wizard of Oz in here.
You know, Wicked just came out, so we're on trend.
Wow, free plug for Wicked. Yeah, and love the neutral gray floors. They really don't steal the show from the shower, which is a statement in here, but plenty of space in here. You got the tub, you checked all the boxes, especially for families or anybody that was looking for that in a home.
Yep, fun nod to mid-century again in the vanity light, just a subtle touch.
It's nice. All right, piece de resistance is the primary suite time.
Okay, again, not huge, but decent sized primary.
Yeah, now this is a lovely space. We are on the east side of Austin. It's funkier, it's hipper, it's older homes and smaller spaces. And for this age house, this is still a great space. And man, the staging really shines in here.
Yes, they did a great job.
Yeah, and you'll notice, well, in this fan, it's fully supported by the ceiling. It's not caving in. It can hold the weight of a single fan.
I mean, there's just certain things you can't really put on the listing, but you should be able to.
Looks clean, bright white. You've got your walk-in closet. You've got this fan again. Wow, I know you're just blown away by this
We
thing.
are killing the fan game, people.
And let's go see your ensuite bathroom.
Okay, so not a huge primary bath, but you're where all the action is. You're in East Austin. You're gonna sacrifice a little bit of space for being in a cool area.
We're working with what we got here. You really can only fit a single vanity in here, which I know is gonna turn some people off, but like you said, if you're in this part of town, it comes with the territory, and I think we made the most of it. A slimmed down vanity here. Again, this vanity light that is very mid-century, very demure. And the shower again.
That trend's done.
Oh, it's already done.
Yeah.
God, these videos take so long to make. The trends, once you reference them, they're already over. I'm sorry, people.
But the shower, we went with emerald green. Again, this time vertical stack. I love the dark square tile for the floor in the shower. I think it's very cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. It matches the black hardware there on the door handle, the shower, the sink faucet, and the door handles. All kind of is a nice little thread, and yeah, it gives it a little pizzazz, a little pop.
Cool. Well, I think this house turned out great, but it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what a buyer thinks. So let's talk numbers on this one.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the final numbers on the project. Eugene purchased the property for $280,000. His all-in renovation costs were $217,000, while his financing and holding costs were $66,000. In addition, he had $3,000 of purchase and closing costs, bringing his all-in investment to $566,000. Of that, $201,000 was equity and $388,000 was debt. We're listing the property for sale for $675,000.
At that price, after $34,000 in closing costs, that would net proceeds to Eugene of $670,000, netting him a gain on sale of $75,000. And for those of you asking, yes, that's all Eugene's to keep. That would bring his return on equity to 35%.
Okay, so big thanks to Groons for sponsoring this episode. Remember, click the link in our description, 45% off. And while you're at it, go ahead and click subscribe.